yogis. If you're out there already for this 10 a.m. class, thank you first for showing up. I'm encouraging you today to get a blanket and maybe a pillow, because at the end we're going to do just a sort of 15-ish minute meditation where I'm just going to encourage you to lay down, cover yourself in a blanket, and just let me kind of guide you through some breath and your body and just really settle and quiet. So take a few moments, grab maybe a blanket and a pillow, and get right back. I'm going to try and put these dogs in the crates. Come on, guys. Come on. Perfect. Welcome, yogis. So today's class, a nice hour class, I really was just sort of thinking, how am I feeling Thursday? And I was just feeling, I need to relax a little bit more and find some of that space inside me, that kind of calming space where I can let go a little bit more and be a little more present for my physical body. And so today's class, a nice gentle kind of stretching class. A lot of it will be on the floor. And then the last 15 minutes or so, we're going to take and do a nice meditation. I'll just kind of walk you through your body and your breath and gratitude. Hopefully just to sort of set our day right and just calm us again, and really just take in where we are in our lives right now, and just allow us to be kind of a little bit more okay with everything as best we can. So as we begin today, just find your seated position. This is Sukhasana with the legs crossed, sort of one leg in front of the other. You can switch the legs halfway through if you like. It's all good. And then just kind of rock a little bit side to side. Let the sit bones spread, let that foundation spread and kind of root down into the earth. And then you might softly close your eyes today, or just keep them dim if you'd like to stay looking out. And just notice again how this body feels, how this mind feels. Maybe you're still kind of settling and getting here. And then just take a nice breath in through the nose, nice inhale, and out through the mouth. And then again, inhale and exhale. Just one more, filling up that inhale and that exhale. We'll just take just a few moments here, just feeling the breath, quieting the mind. Just allowing the body to connect to the rise and fall of the inhales. And the rise and fall, exhales. And just follow the breath, inhaling and exhaling. Just endlessly quieting your mind as best you can, coming into our practice today. And then today, since we're taking a meditation at the end, I'm just going to begin our moving. So I want you just to start circling at the hips. So just take your time, let the head go, and just let your body begin to quiet here and open up. So it doesn't need to be big circles, just endlessly noticing where you might be gripping and release some of it. And then from here, just take and switch directions. Circling the other way. This is kind of the pace of our class today. Nice and slow, just really trying to calm or mellow out our minds. One more circle this direction. Perfect. And then next time you kind of come around in this circle, just place the hands onto the earth. If that's okay for you, you can always bring it up onto some books or yoga blocks if you have. And then just let the head go and feel this into your lower back, outer hips. Doesn't need to be big today, just reawakening some of that energy, releasing the stress that we get into our necks and our hips. And just let yourself rock gently side to side. And then just find a little stillness here. So just taking 3 breaths with me as we find that stillness. Those inhales and exhale. Let the head release. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. And then slow, just walk the hands back up, stacking the shoulders over the hips. And from here, we're going to take these arms, reach them up to the sky. So as you do, just kind of walk out a little bit, one hand and then the other reaching. Just relax into the back of the neck. Perfect. And then from here, we're going to take that right hand and we're going to bring it down onto the earth. We're going to take that left hand, reach a little bit more, and then reach over to the side and just get a nice side stretch. Doesn't need to be big. And all of these movements today, we're just going to pause to them and really kind of feel the stretch, feel the breath, not rushing anything. You can move your head, it can kind of roll down, or you might kind of move and roll up to the sky, whatever feels good to you today. And just take a few more breaths there. You might find the hands, the fingertips can walk out a little bit more. One more breath, really nice. Beautiful. And then coming back up, taking both arms back up to the sky, getting that nice stretch. And then from here, you're going to take that left hand down to the earth. Right hand reaches up to the sky, and then softly just reach it over. And again, just feel that nice stretch all into the right side of your body. And again, this neck, please just honor it. Doesn't need to be crunched or tightened. See if you can just relax it. Gaze can be down, or you might maybe 1 or 2 times take it up and then back down. Just everything slow. Everything connected. And just 2 more breaths. And again. Beautiful. And then slow. We're going to come back up, taking both arms back up to the sky, reaching into them. And then bring the hands down, palms together, hands to your heart center. Just bow into this. Bow into your heart. Trying to calm that mind by really touching into our heart. Feeling in our hearts. Feeling our truth. And coming back to love and kindness to self and those around us. And then slowly just lifting the head. And we're going to take these legs and we're going to give them a little switch or switcheroo, as I say. So you might give them a little stretch in between. And then take and bring the opposite leg in front. So you'll notice a difference in how that feels in your body. And just observe that. Shift the sit bones again. Place the hands onto the knees. And this time, we're going to take and roll our spine behind us and kind of tuck the chin in. And as you lean back, allow the chin to tuck and really get into that juicy space into the back of the neck between the shoulder blades. And there's a little bit of balance. So as you cup the hands and sit back into this, you can feel the back of the body getting a nice stretch, the belly button lifting slightly. Should feel good. Just take 2 more breaths. And 1 more. And then very slowly coming back up, stacking the shoulders over the hips. And then we're going to take that chest and lift it up a little bit. Lift the chin slightly, shoulders down away from the ears. And just feel this into the front of the body, the heart center. I'm just going to turn the notice off here. And just breathe into that, the front of the body, getting a nice stretch, opening up. And then from here, we're going to take a nice inhale. And then with the exhale, we're going to round again behind us, just feeling into the back of the neck, the shoulder blades. Inhale, begin to lift up nice and slow, opening up the heart center. Exhale, round behind you. Should feel good. Tuck the chin a little bit. And then 2 more rounds like that. That inhale, lifting. That exhale, rounding. 1 more. Inhale, lifts our heart, shoulders away from the ears. And that exhale, rounding the spine behind us. And then coming back, we're going to place these hands onto the earth in front of us. So remember, we've switched legs. So with that different leg in front, we're going to feel it a little bit more into the opposite hip. Placing these hands on the earth or the blocks and just gently rock side to side. You might walk the hands out if you have that space, but please don't be pushy. You always hear me say that. Just connect to your body. Let the head go. And as you softly sway side to side, just tap into that goodness. Tap into here and now as you just open your body, that self-care of your body and your mind. And then just come into some stillness here for 3 breaths. Let the head release as you take those inhales and exhales. Again, inhale and exhale. 1 more. And then slowly, we're just going to walk these hands back up, bringing the shoulders back over the hips. Really nice. And then get some nice length, bringing the arms back up to the sky. And as you reach to the sky, we're going to take this left hand and bring it to the outside of that right knee, and that right hand down behind us, a little bit behind our lower back onto the earth. And then we're going to just gently twist to the right. And just feel, it doesn't need to be big. Let the shoulders soften. Let the gaze be over the right shoulder. And as you do, you'll feel this kind of into the left side of your neck, down to the shoulder tip. Lifting the heart a little bit, just maybe a soft little sway just to open up the muscles into the front of your body, relaxing the muscles down, away from the ears into the back of the body. Beautiful. And then very slowly just unraveling, taking these arms back up to the sky, finding that nice lengthening of the spine. And then we're going to take this right hand to the outside of the left knee. And the left hand's going to come behind you. And you're going to lengthen. And then twist to the left. Nice and slow. Nice and connected to your body. And if you're new to yoga, this practice, this is a great class to just explore these nice, even, slow-paced poses and shapes and stretches. And just a little bit of kind of pulsing or swaying, just all so subtle. I might not even see it in you or you and me, but just noticing where you're gripping and let some of that go. Gaze can be over that left shoulder, and you might feel that nice kind of lengthening from the right ear down the neck to the shoulder. One more breath here. Beautiful. And then slowly take these arms, bring them back up to the sky, get that nice stretch. And then palms together as you come back into your heart center. And again, we just endlessly come back to this space, into our hearts, as we're just trying to calm the mind, heal and soothe the mind and body. As we bow our heads down, you can also feel a nice little stretch into the back of the neck. Should feel nice. One more breath here. Beautiful. And then from here, we're just going to travel to our hands and knees. So as you move to that tabletop position, just find the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees, underneath the hips. And then from here, we're just going to sway a little side to side. Just take the hips one direction, the torso the other. There's no right or wrong here, just a nice movement of the body today. And if you feel you are comfortable and you can challenge to move a little bit more freely, then do. Just notice as you kind of roll the hips and roll the head, these kind of figure eights of the body. And if you find you're going in one direction of these figure eights, then just kind of switch it. It'll feel really awkward. Like, am I doing this right? Beautiful. And then just come back, nice neutral spine. We're going to take and curl these toes under. I love this pose. And we're going to sit back into the heels. I'm not saying I love all the sensations that come with it, but I think it's really important for us to stretch out our feet, our toes, get a nice stretch, the soles of the feet get a nice stretch. Just breathe there, 3 more breaths, massaging a little side to side. You can always sit up on the heels if you feel that's where you need to go or that feels right. One more breath. And then very slowly coming back up, hands and knees, just release those toes, giving them a little tap onto the earth, just reawakening the blood circulation. And then from here, we're going to move into cow pose, similar to what we did seated, but now with that tabletop, we're also building a little warmth and strength into the arms. We're going to take that chest forward, tail's going to lift behind us, shoulders away from the ears. Take a nice inhale there. And then with the exhale, we're going to round into cat pose, where the spine reaches to the sky, the chin tucks, the tail tucks. That same yummy stretch all the way through the back of the body. And then find your next inhale. We're going to lift the chest, lift the tail, open the heart. And then exhale as we round ourselves to the sky. Inhale again, lifting the chest, opening the heart. And exhale as we round ourselves to the sky. And just 2 more rounds like that, the full round. Inhale, coming to that cow. Exhale as we move into that cat. 1 more round. Inhale to that cow. Love this sequence of poses. Exhale into that cat. And then back to that neutral spine. We're going to move into child's pose. So letting the knees come a little bit wider and the toes come towards each other. We're going to sit back towards our heels. And I want to also suggest, if you're feeling that this is hard on the knees or you're really tight in the lower back, you might slide that blanket or pillow right behind the knees. That feels really nice. And just don't take it as deep and just let yourself settle there. This child's pose, Just melt into the earth. Just feel the breath into the back of your body. And you might notice the space might come where the arms can walk out a little bit more, breathing into the front of your body, your chest, your shoulders. And just feel the breath right in front of you, those inhales and exhales. And then from here, we're going to take these hands and we're going to walk them over to the right. So as you do, walking them over to the right and then sit back down into it. You can soften the elbows. They don't need to be straight arms, and just let yourself drape there, feeling all into the left side of your body. And just take the breath. Find a space that's really breathable for you, not where the breath gets tight and the mind gets aggravated. Really soften these poses today. Our intention today, my intention, to really just calm us back down. Taking in opportunities where we can go deeper in our lives and our practice, calming our minds. One more breath here. And then just bring these hands back to center and then walk them over the other direction. So over to the left, and then just let yourself drape there. And same, just feel the breath in your body. Our goal to calm the mind as we take these different shapes and poses. Going deeper doesn't mean going bigger in these poses. It's just kind of taking the time to settle ourselves. 2 more breaths here. 1 more. And then walking these hands back to center. We're just going to come back up to that tabletop position. So as we do, just let the body kind of move again, just rocking a little bit side to side, just from being down into our hips. Just find a little bit more space. And then from here, we're going to take and curl our toes under, and we're going to do a downward dog. But you don't have to do a downward dog today. It's just a nice kind of stretch of the back of the body. You can always walk the hands out a little bit more and kind of take a nice extended puppy dog. But if you're in the mood, then just curl your toes under, push out of your hands, and come into a downward dog and just pedal around, move around a little bit. Let the head go. Let the feet be a little bit wider so you're not being, again, pushy with this pose. Just thinking about opening the body, getting the energy flowing through our body. Letting the tension remove itself, please, for at least our time together, and then we can practice it throughout the day to let go. So again, you can be in this downward dog a few more breaths, or you might be in that kind of extended dog. You can even bring your forearms down. So all these different options, explore them. Yoga is really so open to all of us. And then if you're in that downward dog, just slowly bring those knees back down. And we're going to take and bring this right leg, and we're going to bring it between our hands. No fancy way. And then we're just going to lean in a little bit, just flowing forward, lifting the heart. And then just kind of flow back a little bit, rounding the back, maybe extending the legs slightly. And then again, just roll forward, open the heart. And then round back slightly. Good. One more. Just roll forward. Should feel good. Lift the chest. And then we're going to just come back to a lunge with a knee over the ankle. Slide the hands up, and we're going to just come up. So shoulders over those hips. And then from here, focus your gaze out in front, taking these arms up to the sky. And same thing, just be soft today. Explore it. You might even reach one arm and then the other. Maybe keep the eyes open for the sake of balance. And then just find a little bit of stillness to gaze out in front. Just notice as the muscles kind of draw in. And then from here, we're going to take that right hand and we're going to bring it to our hip. And that left hand, we're going to take it across to the outside of our right knee. And we're just going to take a little twist here. Twisting to the right, and just notice how that feels. Doesn't need to be big. Should feel good. Opening up the chest. Relaxing the neck. Really nice. And then slow, take these arms back up to the sky, reaching nice and long. And then bring the hands back down. Should feel good to have the hands back on the earth. And then we're going to take this right leg and we're going to just take it back. And same thing, you might come to a downward facing dog just to pedal it out and move that way today. Or you might bring the forearms down and a little bit out in front, letting the head go. Or you might have the hands a little bit more long and come into that puppy dog pose. So many options just to explore and open up the body. Just a few more breaths, maybe 2, wherever you are. And 1. And if you're in that downward dog, just bring these knees back down to the earth, back to that tabletop position. And then we're going to take this left leg, this left foot, and we're just going to slide it forward. No fancy way. And just allow yourself here to move. So leaning in a little bit, and then just kind of rolling back and just opening the back of the body. A few more times, just rolling forward. And then rolling back. Forward, opening the heart. And back. Beautiful. One more time, we're going to roll forward, lift the chest, should feel good. And then from here, just kind of coming back to that lunge, that left knee over that left ankle, bring the hands up to the knee and just bring yourself up. And just adjust there, getting the shoulders over the hips. Gaze out in front, nice and focused. And then slowly taking the arms up to the sky. And that same thing, just kind of feel around there. Just explore it. We don't have to stay stuck and locked into these poses. I want to tap into the sweetness of them. Yeah, and a little bit of effort of those muscles in the legs and the core, relaxing of the shoulders. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to just move a little bit. So we're going to take that left hand to that left hip. That right hand's going to cross to the outside of that left knee. And you're just going to take a slow twist to the left. My back is to you. And just feel a little bit of that effort here, that focus. One more breath. And then very slowly, these arms are going to come back up to the sky, reaching nice and long. And then bring them back down to the earth. Should feel really good. And then we're going to curl the right toes under, lift that right knee, and slowly just make our way to a forward fold. Just shifting around, I'm going to move this way. And just let the feet be a little bit wider than the hips. Take opposite elbows and let the head go. And drape the body. Exploring this again. So we have the tendency to be so tight and move really in small movements. See if you can just let it go. If you don't like having your opposite elbows, let the arms drape. Now that monkey pose. And just let it go. Let gravity take your body. If you do have opposite elbows, just switch, try the other grip, and just notice how that moves into the shoulders differently. Beautiful. And then from here, just let those arms release if you had opposite elbows, and just feel that. And just slow. Shift the weight back and forth a little bit, just noticing the heels and the balls of the feet. Just again, exploring these movements in our bodies. And then from here, just heel toe the feet a little bit more underneath you, so a little closer together. They don't have to touch. And then from here, we're going to tuck our chin and roll ourselves up. Take your time, maybe counting with me to 5. Tuck the chin. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And when you arrive, just take these shoulders, let them roll down the back of the body as you stand tall here. And again, just feel the whole body nice and tall. Good. And then as you take this nice Tadasana pose, just let the heart open, let the shoulders melt. Take another breath here. Beautiful. And then taking these hands, we're going to reach them up to the sky. And then we're going to take and bring these thumbs, these palms together, and these thumbs into the back of our neck. And if that feels too tight or too much on the shoulders, open it up and bring the fingers into the neck. Either way. And then just open up the chest a little bit of a back bend. And again, the fingers can be there and you can open up, but really opening up the heart, the front of the shoulders. And then take the arms back up to the sky, reaching nice and long. And then brush the walls with the fingertips. Arms come back, down. Really nice. So we're going to take and bring our feet wide now. So wider than hip distance where we were before. So take and open them up. I don't know, maybe a couple feet. You'll know what's right for you. And the toes are going to be facing forward, right? Same as your hips, kind of same direction. And then we're going to take these arms, bring them out to a T, and then we're going to take them up to the sky. And then keeping the arms up to the sky, we're going to take and turn those, those right toes out. And we're going to bend that right knee and then open the arms back out to a nice warrior 2. So in this warrior 2, just take a nice sense of where the feet are, where the back hand is, where the front hand is. And we're just going to move here for 3. We're going to take a nice inhale, extend the front leg, reach nice and long. And exhale, revisit the pose. Inhale, reach nice and long. And exhale, revisit warrior 2. One more. Stretching through this body and exhaling. Really nice. And then reach the arms long again. We're going to turn those right toes back in. And we're going to turn those left toes out. Bending that left knee and coming back. Finding warrior 2 this direction. And just pausing there. Those back toes are a little bit more open to 90 degrees. See if you can relax the shoulders a little bit more. Really nice. Gaze can go over those right fingertips. Those left fingertips. And just feel this, and then we're going to move. So we're going to take the arms up to the sky, get that nice stretch, and lengthen out that left leg. And then move back to that warrior 2. And 2 more like that, reaching nice and long, stretching the body, and then revisiting that warrior 2. And 1 more nice big stretch through the body today, and revisit that warrior 2. Really nice. And then take the arms back up to the sky. We're going to turn those left toes in. Let the hands brush down. Really nice. And just let them hang here. That should feel good. Those shoulders got a little bit of warmth going in them. And then we're going to take and staying with this wide stance, we're just going to come into a forward fold. So I like to soften my knees at first, get a little bit more length, and then just begin to fold forward. Hands can find those books or those yoga blocks or the earth. And just again, softly move a little bit side to side just to find space. And make sure that the toes are still facing right now in the same direction as your head, right? The front, facing out front. And then options, you might take opposite elbows here, just really let gravity take you. You might have the hands on the earth. Whatever feels good. Just let the head go. Let the mind go. Connect to the breath. We're going to take 3 more breaths here. So finding those inhale, finding those exhales. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Really nice. And then very slowly, we're just going to soften the knees, take the hands to the hip creases, eyes open for balance to come up. Pause there, just let the blood recirculate. Really nice. And then just heel toe these feet back together. Perfect. Should feel good. Just pause into that. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to bring ourselves down. So you can come down back to that seated position, or you may come with me through just a sort of small, calm sun salutation. So at the top of your mat, hands to your heart center, sweep the arms up to the sky, and then fold forward, Uttanasana. Take a nice half lift to lengthen your spine. And then from here, you can step back, finding that downward facing dog, where you can kind of roll down your knees into child's pose or any of those other poses, the puppy dog, the forearms. And if you like, you can come through a flow, kind of sliding to that plank, maybe bringing the knees down and just lowering softly, lifting the chest. And then just slide this time back to that child's pose. Just from that child, making our way to a seated position. So if you're already in that seat, just take your time. And we're going to take this first seated pose, Baddha Konasana, bound ankle pose. So if you have that blanket or that pillow, I encourage definitely to sit up on that, get a little bit more lift into that lower back. Immediately it feels better, right? Let the feet, soles of the feet come together. Hands can be at the ankles, and just sit a little taller here, opening up the heart again. Yeah, just feel that for a moment, letting the knees melt down towards the earth, letting the inner thighs relax. Beautiful. And then from here, we're just going to lengthen and begin to fold forward. Maybe the hands wrap around the toes or come down onto the earth or yogi toe lock, whatever it is for you. And then let the head release, the shoulders round, but just a little bit. So don't collapse into this. Just slowly lengthen and then release into it. I'm just going to take a few breaths there. Just feel the breath. Let it be soft. Let it feed the back of your body. That neck, those shoulders, that vertebrae, as they all run up and down your body. Two more breaths. Beautiful. And then just ever so slowly, just roll yourself back up. Should feel good. And from here, we're going to take that right leg and we're going to bring it out in front of us. And that left foot, we're going to bring to the inside of that right thigh. And sitting tall, Janusirsasana, this nice pose, reaching into the hips, the back of the leg. So sitting a little taller, just going to slightly turn your torso over that right leg. And then just walk the hands out. And again, try not to collapse into this pose, but take your time just to lengthen. It doesn't need to be big. Today's practice, really take your time to just connect, not overdo. I really want us to mellow out our minds. Do some nice stretching just to keep us active and our bodies awake. And just feel this. You'll feel this into your left hip slightly, the left ribs, as well as up the back of that right leg. Two more breaths here. One more. Really nice. And then just slowly rolling yourself back up. Take your time. We're going to take this left leg here and we're going to bring it in. So you can keep that foot to the inside of that right leg, or you can cross that left leg over. And if you like, you can go even deeper by taking this bottom leg, this right leg, and wrapping it underneath. But I'm going to do the second version with the foot crossed over. And sit tall here, get some length into the spine, root into the sit bones. And then from here, you're going to take that right hand to the outside of that left knee. Similar twist we did earlier. And that left hand comes behind. And you're just going to twist to the left. And as you do, kind of draw that knee slightly across your body. Gaze can be over that left shoulder and just open up the heart. One more breath. Lovely. And then coming back through center, you're going to take that left forearm and just bring it to the inside of that left knee. And just take a little bit of an open twist. Doesn't need to be big. It's just a little kind of bouncing off of that spine. Nice. And then just release. Taking that left leg long, giving it a little shake. And then coming and taking this right leg to the inside of that left leg. Yeah, just feel that space. So that right foot to the inside of the thigh, sitting tall, and then just slightly turn at the waist and the torso over that left leg. And then slightly long spine, and then slow movements as you walk out a little bit. Take your time to feel the body. We don't have to overdo. We're not going to win a prize by going all the way to the earth, all the way to our knee with our nose on these. Just want you to really calm yourself. As I keep saying, tap into the sweetness, tap into the breath. Three more breaths here. Lovely. And then ever so slowly, we're just going to roll back up. As we do, we're going to take this right foot, bring it either to the inside of that left leg, or you can cross it over. And just like the other side, you can always take this left leg and wrap it underneath for these twists. I'm going to keep mine long. Interlace the hands for a moment, sit nice and tall to get that length in the spine. And then we're going to take this left hand to the outside of that right knee. And that right hand comes behind. And just take that nice twist as you kind of draw this right knee a little bit across your body. It's very subtle. Notice if the shoulders have moved up towards the ears and relax them down the body. One more breath. And then coming through center, we're going to take that right forearm just to the inside of that right leg. Right hand just a little bit kind of out to the side here. And then just an open twist to the body. It doesn't need to be big. It's really just kind of adjusting the spine both ways slightly. Really good. And then releasing, coming back to center. We're going to take both legs and extend them long. I'm going to do this from the side. So the legs are out in front. And I really encourage you, try not to lock behind the knees, especially today. Again, just really kind of feeling the body. This can be a really huge pose for a lot of us, Paschimottanasana. But I want today, just sit tall and then just kind of lean forward into it again, not rounding and collapsing. And just take a few breaths there. So I'm really doing a nice modified version. I'm really tight lower back and hips. So I want to get my mind agitated today. I just want to relax with you guys. We're just going to take a few breaths here. We're going to take 5 breaths. And on the other side, we're just laying down and coming into that nice meditation that we're going to take to end our practice today. So 3 more. One more breath. And then ever so slowly, kind of draw the belly in this time to really support that lower back as you roll up. Great. Thank you. So from here, we're going to move into a nice guided meditation. So I really want you to get comfortable. So we're going to take about a minute here. I, again, had you, if you need to go grab one, do a pillow or something cozy. I brought a little blanket for myself. And so just kind of encourage you to lay down. You can keep the knees bent or legs extended. And I do want to offer this. If you would like to take this practice seated, please do. I'm going to stay seated just because I'm going to be reading a little bit. But I really encourage you to just lay your body down and just take this time for you. I just want us to regroup our thoughts and our mind and just tap into this earth and ground ourselves a little bit. So just taking a few moments just to set yourself up. I again suggest maybe covering yourself in a blanket because our body temperature does drop when we come into stillness, and especially into a meditation. Penelope. Bring little Penelope over next to me. She is so cute lately. Oh, baby. So yeah, just taking your time, finding a nice comfortable position. You might even dim the lights in the room. What a treat. Closing your eyes. Just taking a few nice deep breaths. Just let your chest rise. And let the chest fall. Each inhalation, each exhalation, just letting your body flow and move, a nice exchange of air. Just letting your eyes be soft. Just feel these breaths, these rise and falls of the breath. Allowing your body to settle, allowing your body to be comfortable. As you continue to breathe slowly, deeply, let your attention rest on this breath, feeling the movement as it enters in and exits out. Just feeling the movement of your body as you inhale in and exhale out. Again, feeling the inhale and each exhale. Just let that tension release, let that tension go. Relaxing your face, your shoulders, your belly, your legs. Just feeling the breath rise and fall. This beautiful inhale. And just releasing and letting go of tension with the exhale. Again, just feel your body as it melts into this earth. And just feel the breath rising and falling. Let the shoulders soften more. Let them release. Finding that breath, those inhales and those exhales. Just feel the back of your neck releasing. Feel the shoulder blades releasing, letting go. Feel the breath, those inhales and those exhales. Let the spine let the breath just water through that spine as you come down, letting that lower back, letting that mid back and lower back release. Just feeling the weight of your body onto this earth. Wherever you are, just let your body go. Let it be heavy. Feel the inhales. Feel the exhales. Let the hips relax and release. Just bring that breath into the hips. Just let them soften, releasing the tension with those exhale breaths. Nice and even, relaxed breath today. Inhales and exhales. And just let the legs be heavy, relaxing them. Backs of the legs, backs of the knees, those calves. Just let them be heavy. Feel the inhales. Feel the exhales. Feel the heels of the feet onto the earth. Or if you're seated, just feel the feet into the earth. Let the toes relax. Just feel the front of the body as you move up the legs, just releasing again that tension. The shins, the knees, the thighs. Just let those legs be heavy. Just feel the breath, the inhales and the exhales. The inhales and exhales. Just letting yourself release here, endlessly letting go. And just feel the body, feel the breath into your belly. Feel the sensations again of this rise and fall. Feel the breath into the rib cage. Just softening and relaxing this breath. Just noticing this breath, this chest as it rises now and falls. The rib cage as it expands and releases. And this belly as it rises and falls. Again, just notice these sensations as you let this body be peaceful on your earth, in your chair, wherever you are. Just be there. Be there wholly today. And as you continue with this easy, relaxed breath, let's bring your attention to your heart center. Bring to mind this beautiful heart, this space of gratitude for right here, right now. Just feeling in your heart this calmness, this gratitude. Maybe you can just focus and bring that space, a little bit more energy, calming ourselves, calming our nervous system. Just feeling a space of goodness inside of us as we focus here into that heart center. Breath rising and falling. And just teaching our minds to be calmer. Just allowing ourselves moments of quietness. The space here in our heart center, finding gratitude, bringing that gratitude into our hearts. As difficult as that may feel right now, just see if you can build on that a little bit at a time. Again, just let this body be heavy onto this earth. Let the breath be light and full. Just pausing here, just feel the rise and fall, just staying a little bit longer here. Endlessly letting go. And just allowing us to feel this pause in our lives right here, right now. And just feel the sense, if you can, of gratitude inside you with that nice inhale, filling up your heart. Let the feeling grow. With that exhale, just sending that love and gratitude out. Expanding, just let that heart fill. And exhaling, just spreading that goodness, spreading that love. Inhales and exhales. And then slowly bring one hand onto your heart and one hand onto your belly. And just feel the rise and fall of your body underneath you. Just feel the expansion, the back of the body, the front of the body. Feel the palms onto your chest, onto your belly. All is well. We just pause into that. All is well. Just stay with us just a few more moments. And then just let the hands soften wherever you like. If you're laying down, just stay there a little bit longer if you like. Just feel this. If you can give yourself that time just to stay a little longer. And I thank you for practicing with me today. Coming together again, reminding we support each other. You support me. I support you. I'm so grateful to be able to reach out to you this way. So thank you. Namaste. Thank you, yogis.